G'day everyone and welcome to the video. So as you can see, I've got the Constructicons out here because it's time to make Devastator. Let's get into this. So as I mentioned in the last video, I think I mentioned it, that I actually won this from a local game shop here in Australia, the Gamesman, that just by buying stuff through the year you get put into a draw. And this is what I actually won, and it's really good coincidence because they seem to be one of the best places at having these Blokees in stock in Australia. And I've looked for this Devastator kit since I got all the Constructicons, and just it never showed up. I could not find it on their site, and then I won it. So hey, it was meant to be. Anyway, let's look at the box. Let's get this open and have a look at it. Right. Still a bit tough to try and do in front of a camera. There's the bits. Okay, actually get a tech card for him. That's cool. Actual instructions. Oh yeah, oh geez, this is all very small writing. We'll get this out. I'm not going to try and build it on camera. At least I don't know. I'll see how it goes. Okay, so there's all the parts. So anyway, as I said, I'm not going to try and do this through the camera. I'm going to build it off camera, and I'll be back with Devastator all together. And here he is, all complete. And I must say, that was a lot easier than what I was thinking it was going to be. After looking at the instructions and how much there was, the hardest bit is actually this middle bit, which isn't even hard. It's a bit of part forming, mainly with long haul. You have to basically strip off most of him, well, strip him down almost to his basic parts. And then they all go on here to a form with hook to make the chest section. The rest of them are pretty basic. So that all went together very easy. And out of it, at the end, so you got him there. There's only the rear axle of Hook and the front wheels of Mixmaster that don't actually get used in the build. There was a couple of spare parts left, some joints which are used for both the knees and the elbows, which is good for them to include. And one thing I noticed, you can see one side's got the little hole in there and the other side's got a blank. I found it easier to put the whole side in the actual parts that come with the kit, like the arm and the upper legs. They seem to go into there easier. And then the solid bit actually goes into the actual Constructicon. That just seemed to work. That for me, that seemed to work easier. They clicked in a lot better. You do get a second face. And so I was wondering where the face was. I just didn't realise they're so small. So I got that one there. And the one that's on him, which is a bit more of a grin. I don't know, that one just spoke more Devastator to me. So that's the one I put on. But he is a good size. I mean, he's still small. And as you can see here, with a bunch of other Decepticons, yeah, he's about the right size you'd want to see for Devastator. I am really, really happy I got this guy. It's something that from the minute I seen it, I was like, yep, this is something that needs to happen. As I said, I was scouring all different places, no one, even eBay. Every time I looked on there, they'd like show it, and then when you go to their site, they'd be like, no, we don't actually have it in stock. So either it was just that popular, or I don't know what was going on. But yeah, he's a really good size. And now that we're getting the Combaticons, I'm going to be very interested to see how this all goes, because there's so many more Transformers figures that we haven't seen from Blokees yet in this size. And I'm really looking forward to it, because there is so much more they could do with these. As far as posability, he is good. And I'll get these guys out of the way. Everything's pretty much on ball joints, as with everything else. The parts for these, for Mixmaster, and I always forget this one. They're on ball joints for the ankles, so they actually get the rotation there. The knees have a good range of motion, as well as the legs. They can go all the way back. This little front bit can flap up, so it can kick all the way out. Has waist, the arms also can go all the way around. You got 90-degree bend at the elbow. The fists are on a ball joint, which gives them a little bit of movement around, and of course they rotate. And then the head is on a ball joint, which gives him a good range of motion. And he's got that huge blaster, which one part I always did love about Devastator, how big that gun was. But yeah, overall, he is just a really fantastic figure, and Blokees have done a fantastic job with this. So that'll do it for this review. Thanks for watching. Remember to hit that subscribe button down there, and I'll see you for the next video.